Canada invests $100 million in historic action plan for the 2SLGBT communities. This is the Great White North Report. I'm in love with the system. Never going home. I'm in love. Okay, I saw this last week, but I was too busy to talk about it. But now I want to. First of all, what is a 2SLGBT? Isn't it supposed to be LGBTQ plus, whatever it is? They keep changing their name so much that I get confused. And it seems so silly. Even their flag changes, and it's so goddamn silly. Keep it simple, and that's it. If you need all the colors of the rainbow in your flag, put every color of the rainbow there is. Or make one plain field with a bunch of stars and stars for each color. Ridiculous. They're just ridiculous, the whole movement is. But anyway, the Liberal government's giving $100 million in historic action plan for their communities. Again, at the time where we're having rising costs, we just got through a pandemic and we spent a boatload of money and our national debt went up. Here we are giving $100 million away. That's only going to benefit a very few people. So it's Canada's first federal 2SLGBTQL plus action plan. He did it ahead of the Pride Parade in Ottawa, the first in-person march after a 2-year hiatus. Okay, big deal. You know, if they want to march, they can, but personally, I don't see the point. They've got all the rights they need. Why they need to march? Might as well bring back the Orange Day parades. It's to fight the commitment to fighting discrimination and supporting diversity. First of all, where I work, there's lots of gays and transgender. Individually, they're great people to work with. No problems. I'm friends with them at work. I wouldn't say I go out after work, but then again, I'm so busy at home that I don't have time to mingle. I don't even mingle with straight people, hardly, let alone the LGBTQ. I got family members who are that community, I guess, or that group, though they're not proactive politically. So they want to break down barriers to advance rights and to build a future where everyone in Canada is truly free to who they are and love whom they are. Well, first of all, that's not going to happen if you continue bringing immigration from certain countries that have death penalties for homosexuality. When you bring people like that, allow them to immigrate to our country, that's not going to happen. So you got to be careful that way. So where is this $100 million going? It's over a 5-year period, I know that. Oh yeah, I just googled 2S. I found out it means two souls. Two soul LGBTQ. What the hell is two souls? It's so dumb. You're kidding me. It's like being forced to watch RuPaul. That's how dumb it is. So $5 million of the funding will go to launch public awareness campaign. Like we're not already aware of this stuff? You're freaking kidding me. $7.7 million has been earmarked for data collection and community-led policy research to support the federal action. So there's $12 million wasted already. So the director of the Canadian Centre for Gender and Sexual Diversity. I mean, we have a federally funded center for this stuff? It's long awaited and overdue. Adding more supports are needed, including in schools. Not really. What, they want a bathroom for each one of those gender things? If you're 2S, you get a bathroom. If you're LGBTQ, you get a bathroom each. You know how much the cost of housing that is? Figures from Stats Canada have shown a sharp rise in hate crimes toward people from the 2SLGBT communities. Well, if you throw it in our face, of course there's going to be hate towards you. It's going to be dislike, because no one likes it shoved in their face. For me, personally, I don't really care if what you do in your own time is fine. And at work, if you're like that, that's fine. And if I'm friends with you, that's fine. But I don't need to be shoved in my face on a political level. That's just my own personal feeling of the matter. I just don't need it shoved in my face and constantly being reminded how oppressed these people are when they're not. Not in my workplace, not in my world. I don't know what world they are. Well, I know what world they are oppressed, but no, it's not here. So they're talking about conversion therapy, a cruel and dangerous practice. Conversion therapy is one of those things where it shouldn't be allowed on children. It's an adult decision by the individual, and they should be going through a psychological test to make damn well sure they know what they're in for. Because once you do conversion therapy, especially if it's a sex change, there's no way back. Once you've done it, there's no way, no backing out now. Which is why those doctors who do practice conversion therapy, well, depending what country you're in, they damn well make sure that you're well aware of what's going on. And if you're really into the decision, this isn't like a gastric bypass to lose weight. This is gender reassignment. So yeah, we'll definitely look into that. But again, it shouldn't be kids into that. It should be adults. Well, once you're an adult, you can decide. And again, with the whole conversion thing, once you become an adult, you can do whatever you want. Parents shouldn't force you to be something you're not. So the strategy proposed to adopt and encourage the use of 2SLGBTQL+ acronym, which is more inclusive and places the experience of Indigenous 2SLGBTQIL+ communities at the foreground as the first 2SLGBTQ+. I can't even pronounce that all. Keep it short and simple. 2S, I guess, means two souls. Is that the Indigenous part of it? Or is that Q? Or is that LGBTQI? Oh, the I is Indigenous. Oh, no, I stands for the intersex. Jesus Christ, how much more diverse do you need? Keep it simple. Give yourself one name. It was so much simpler. So this is what gets me. They're going to invest up to $10 million per year in 2SLGBT projects abroad. What a waste of money that is. That's sending money outside of Canada. At least if you're spending it inside of Canada, it goes back into our economy. Or for whatever reason. But sending it abroad, yeah, you want to try investing $10 million per year in like Saudi Arabia or Iran or Pakistan for LGBTQ, for the 2SLGBT, well, that'll not go over well. Now, I do agree that the whole movement should be allowed to serve in the Canadian military, but again, be upfront and honest about things. Don't hide stuff. My great uncle had to hide when he was gay, and he did serve in the Canadian, not in the Canadian military, but he served in the Canadian overseas, kind of like the USO, Canadian Civilian Concert Party was what it's called. He served in that in Germany and elsewhere in Europe during World War II. So there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not sure if he tried to serve in the actual armed forces or not, or that's just what happened. That's just the way he went. He's long dead now, so I can't ask him, which is too bad. If I'd known then, I would have asked. So I have no problems with 2SLGBT in the military, but it's military. You gotta have discipline. This isn't it's not a pride parade. The thing is, I don't like the fact that the government is helping every little diverse group in the country. It's just draining our resources financially. And it's creating a lot of tension within Canada. My opinion is kind of like Thomas Jefferson, even though he's American, Jeffersonian. He who governs best governs least. And we don't need to keep throwing money at problems, because half the time the money doesn't go to where it's supposed to go. It gets wasted. And that's what's going to happen here. We're going to lose $100 million for nothing. And for something that's not going to help Canadians everywhere. It's not going to help all Canadians. Definitely doesn't help a guy like me who's 50 straight, 50 and white. And a male at that. Definitely doesn't help me. There's not many programs out there for me. But anyway, any Canadians out there, let me know what you guys think about this money. Is it a waste? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Leave comments in the comment section. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Until next time, this has been the Great White North Report.